How are you? I am wonderfully well. It is Saturday and I am leaving VA and headed to my other event. So I just wanted to come on here really quickly, say hello, see how y'all weekend is going. Maybe you're out and about too, traveling, just enjoying this beautiful Saturday. And I know I am, because it had told me the weather, and see, that's why I gotta stop listening to the weather, because lately it hasn't been the way it's supposed to be. People have said that, I guess Trump canceled a lot of weather balloons or whatever, but the weather has been off. It was supposed to rain yesterday, it was supposed to rain today, be all cloudy, and I made plans based on the weather and it raining. And guess what? It didn't rain. It didn't do anything. So I still am out, but it really impacted how I dress, because I was gonna get out, walk, and do all this stuff, but I was like, well, I can't do it, it's gonna rain. So I made other plans, but it did not rain at all. So I still did what I did some stuff, but not what I would have done had I known it wasn't going to rain. Nonetheless, I got out, got some sun, enjoyed this beautiful day, and everybody else decided to enjoy this beautiful day because it is so much traffic out here. There's traffic everywhere. And it's gonna take me about an hour to get to where I'm going because of the traffic. But that's what happened when you have a beautiful day and everyone else wants to enjoy a beautiful day. So you're gonna be out here in the traffic with everyone. Now I'm hungry. I wanted to go to this one place, but I didn't have time to stop. I got food at home that I need to eat. And then where I'm going, they're gonna have some little snacks and stuff, so I can munch on that until I eat my food. But otherwise, yeah. So I was in Atlanta. I went to Pullum Yard. So they're having a serial killer exhibition there, exhibit or whatever. And for the life of me, I keep forgetting to record every single thing I'm doing. It's like after the fact. I was there, I didn't record me going or whatever. Now I'm leaving and I got the camera on. But it was fun. They had, and I've been there before. It's very interactive and immersive. So it's like a 3D experience. And they give you the virtual headset or whatever, and it feels like you're like in it. And so the one I went to, what was it? It was for Van Gogh, the artist. And so this one, it was for serial killers. And so it got you in the mind of all these serial killers, and you got to go in and see a scene of the crime as if you were there. And so that was, it was like you were in the mind of the killer. It was really, I liked it. And they have a lot more stuff, because the Van Gogh thing I went to, that was probably about 4, maybe 5 or 6 years ago. And so it popped up and I was like, I remember that place. And so I was like, let me go. But it's nice. I'm going to start going to that more often. And that's the main reason why I want to live closer to the city, not directly in it, but close enough to where it doesn't take me as long as it takes me to get back and forth to these things. But it was a great time. It was kind of scary too, because I know a lot of you, some of you have those virtual reality headsets. I can't think of what they're called, but they have a gaming system, I think, that some people use. And my cousin has one. But when I went to this place before, that was my first time doing a 3D thing. And it was I loved it. because even though I was in the location, once you put that on, it's like you're in another world. And so I'm walking around feeling like I'm gonna fall. And then they had one part where you were floating, felt like you were flying through the air, floating above a little town, looking down. But in this serial killer thing, that was almost like a haunted house. You know what? And now that I think of it, I wonder if I'm sure they had something for Halloween for a haunted house. Now that would be scary. I would probably give myself a heart attack going to something like that. But it was interesting. And then there was some serial killers I had never heard of. So of course, you know, they have the main ones. I think his name was Wayne Gacy, Jeffrey Dahmer. It was another one, the B2K killer, the Zodiac killer, BTK I think is killer, Zodiac killer. And then they had some ones I had never heard of, but all the scenes were, and I guess they used crime scene photos because they actually had some of them there. And then they I guess made the scene as close to it as possible. And then they actually had like the person, the killer, walking around. Actually, it was more than I thought it would be. And I am a person who, I don't like scary movies. I have never seen Friday the 13th. I've never seen any of those. I have never seen any of the Halloween movies. I saw The Exorcist when I was about 8 or 9 years old, and that scared me for life. And so I don't watch it, because if I watch it, I'll be up all night checking windows, checking doors, checking under the bed, checking closets, checking showers. I can't do it. But I love haunted houses. I don't know, it's weird. And the haunted house I went to, I went to one. It was really good. It was a good haunted house. It was, oh my gosh, it was one of the best haunted houses I had been to. But this was too much like reality for me. And so I'm gonna have to watch something funny on television tonight, maybe Golden Girls, or we'll catch up on Love After Lockup. I need something light and easy. Because I think that might stick with me, and I don't need to have any dreams tonight. I don't need to be jumping up in a cold sweat looking around. But yes, it was fun. And so they're gonna also they do a lot of other stuff there. They're having I think it's called like some type of burlesque show. And then they're gonna have Atlanta, the TV show. I guess they're doing something with that. And I'll be out of town the weekend they have that one. But they had a lot of stuff. So it's like I'm gonna start looking at that every year. And then of course the High Museum of Art. I keep saying I want to go to, I think it's called High Frequency Friday, and then they have a Jazz Friday. And I was supposed to go in December and January for the Jazz Friday. Something happened, I didn't get a chance to go. So I want to try for March. So I'm gonna set it on the calendar April, and then it'll be kind of nice and warm, and wear a nice little outfit. But yeah, I'm gonna have to start. And I have a phone dedicated specifically for recording videos and take pictures that I use to edit everything. It has the most memory on it. But every time I am out, I'm just in the moment. It doesn't occur to me, oh, film this, because you know they say everything can be content. And so I don't film it. I will enjoy the moment and be in it. And then too, I'm kind of self-conscious because I don't know if a lot of places will even allow you to have a camera and record stuff. So, and I don't want to be the only person there doing it, kind of pretentious, but it seems like everybody is doing it these days. So I need to start pulling out my phone and recording. Yes. But that is the plan. So I'm leaving out, everybody else is coming in. It's way more traffic over there. I was just in that about 2 hours ago. So headed home. It's a nice ride going back towards home. Be sure you all, oh, let's try it. Be sure that you all, well, I don't know. You know what? Let's get rid of that. Be sure that you are liking the video. Be sure that you are subscribing. Be sure you are telling everyone you know about this channel. Be sure that you are leaving comments and dialoguing with me. Be sure you are just I'm trying to give you an immersive experience. It goes both ways. Thank you so much. Hi, hello everyone. So apparently I see little crowns near people's name. I don't know what that means. I'll have to look into that, but thank you for being here. Thank you for keeping me company on my ride home. I'm excited about this event. I'm looking forward to seeing, what we're gonna be doing and how much fun it's gonna be. My whole Saturday has been full, and that's the thing. I started this day. I did a live earlier, so go back and look at that live where I got ready and did my hair and everything, outfit. And I started this day with this sweater. It was supposed to only be 60 degrees. It got up to 75 degrees. And when I left, it was cool. It was it had been raining on and off. It was cloudy, but see, that's what God does. God can take a rainy day to sunshine just like that. And he can do the same thing for your life. And that's why when things are not going the way I want, I don't sweat the small stuff. That's some advice my aunt gave me. My dear Aunt Shirley, who I think she's 85, 84, 85. 85. She turned 85. But she was like, and she told this when she turned 80. I should have asked her for, matter of fact, I'll see her next week. I'll ask her what her 85-year advice is. But when she turned 80, she was like, don't sweat the small stuff. Life goes on. But then, she should have specified what is considered small stuff. But, I have used my own thought process with that. Small stuff is stuff that's out of my hands. Because if I can't handle it, then, it's small to God. So I'm going to let go and let God. That's small stuff. Something that is small to God. It's big for me, but I give it to God. It's small stuff for him. He can do it. So I am just looking forward to the rest of this day and not sweating the small stuff, because there's nothing I can do about it but pray and be patient and let God work it out in my favor, because everything is always working together for my good. It is. Whether I know it, whether I understand it, it is all working together for my good. And when I have that in the back of my brain all the time, it gives me a certain peace that helps me, continue moving forward in life. It gives me a peace that transcends all earthly understanding and knowledge. It gives me a peace that really settles and soothes my soul. It calms me down. It lets me know, hey, girl, just put one foot in front of the other. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Because what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You can't do nothing but continue to live and get to the other side of it. Going back ain't gonna change it. Trying to go around it. The way past it is to go through it. And the faster you go through it, the quicker you get out of it on the other side of it. And so I just pray my way through it. Pray through it. That's how I get past it. I pray through it. Ask the Lord to lead me, lean on his understanding, ask him to guide me, guide my path, and to clear my path, and to give me the strength, and just all of that good stuff, because can't do it by myself. I cannot do it with the good Lord. And I lean on him constantly, because there's been some stuff going on in my life where I didn't even think I was gonna make it to this point, because last year was rough. Last year, y'all. Last year, oh my goodness, I didn't know if I was coming or going that whole year. But apparently, I was going, because God brought me out of it, and He's still bringing me through it. What is this? Child, I didn't realize where I was. But, dang, I got a whole hour to drive. What time? So I will be there at exactly 7:30. It's supposed to be there at 7:30, and I stopped at the store, and my original ETA was 7 o'clock. Now it's 7:28, so I'm not going to get a chance to go by my place. Well, I guess I could be casually late, because I want to be the first person showing up. But see, that's the thing. How do you know when to be on time or when to not be so eager? Because it just depends. I try to be on time for weddings, even though I know they're going to be late. That's the bride. She can be late, that's her prerogative. She has earned the right to be late at her wedding. But other events is like, and then some people, I've had people invite me places, and then I show up on time, and they act like I did something wrong. Like, you told me to be here at this time, and I was the first person there. They were still setting up. And she really shamed me for being on time. And I was like, wow. Because I'm usually late. I'm always late. And so I was proud of myself that day that I got there on time. And she was like, you coming here all early? Like you just so anxious to be here? You can't please everybody. That's why I don't try. Because one day, be on time. The next day, don't be on time. You act like you ain't never been nowhere. You showing up all on time. You looking real thirsty and anxious. It's like, which is it? What am I to do? But different people have their different forms of etiquette and how they want things to go about. So, it is what it is. But, I guess I'll be on time. But then I like to show up on time. The earlier you get there, the faster you can leave. Especially if it's an event that you don't really want to be at, or you get there and it's not what you thought it was going to be. It's like, okay, well, all right, girl, I see you later. Thank you for inviting me. This was fun. I was like, thank you so much. You got here so early. You helped set up. See, they're okay with you leaving. But if you last to get there and first leave, it's like, so you really didn't want to show up. You really didn't want to be here. Don't do me no favors coming where you don't want to be. But I think I'm going to have a good time. So I always have a good time with these ladies. We always have a good time. We have fun. It's been a while since we all got together. Matter of fact, it's been about 2 years since all of us, this group of people, got together, because I've been with a few of them separately, but all together it's been a while. So I'm looking forward to it. I am, y'all. I like this hair. This is looking good on camera. Hey. So I'm chewing my ginger, and I'm doing that because I used to eat the ginger candy that had too much sugar in it. So now I just chew the ginger, and it's supposed to help with inflammation, and it also helps with digestion, and they say it's supposed to give you a flat tummy. My stomach ain't got flat from it, but maybe I ain't chewing it enough or often enough. But I do it because it's healthier for me than chewing on some food all the time. It's either chew this ginger or I'm gonna chew some cookies. I saw this little girl earlier. She was selling Girl Scout cookies in front of Walmart, and she had a little brownie uniform on, a little beanie with a little afro puff, and her sash with the badges all over it. And I was crazy. She looked so cute. But then it made me realize, whenever the few past years I've bought Girl Scout cookies, I have never seen one in their uniform. They don't even have the sash on. They're just in regular clothes. They would sell so much more, I think, if they showed up in uniform, the Girl Scout or the Brownies or whatever, but they don't. And so, you know, this is good marketing. Put on the uniform. Show up in your uniform. Wear it. What time is it? I don't have time to go. You know what? I don't even need it because I'm bringing cookies to the event. And those do y'all know these Girl Scout cookies are up to $6? I remember, I think when I was selling them, they were $2. I remember a time when Girl Scout cookies were $2, $2.25, $2.50. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? And then they had got up to like $4. I remember that. Now they're at $6. $6 a box. And the boxes have gotten smaller, just like everything else. They're jacking up the prices and giving you smaller packages, smaller, less of the item. You can get a bag of chips all air, a handful of chips. But now, you know, I make my own chips with my air fryer. And I've started to make my own tortillas with flour and sweet potato, and they are good. Sweet potato tortillas are delicious. And so the next thing I'm gonna do is make my own tortilla chips, because of course, I don't know if you know, the tortilla chips are just tortillas cut up and fried. So I'm like, well, if I can make this sweet potato tortilla, the next step is the tortilla chips. But I started making my own potato chips. Somebody got me one of those slicer, I think that's called the mandolin or whatever. And so I'm able to slice my potatoes really thinly. And I did it, put it in the air fryer. Oh my goodness. It's a game changer. The first time I did it, I think I made potato chips all day long that day. I bought a bag of potatoes just so I can make potato chips. Then I got real good. I was like, well, let me get some sweet potatoes and make some chips. Y'all, those chips were so good. Then I started doing apples, making apple chips, apple slices with the cinnamon. I love that, and I love my air fryer. I thought my air fryer was great until I got that slicer. Now, I love them both about equally the same, because you can't have one without the other. So I love to make my own potato chips, and they're healthier. You know what's in it. You look on the back of a bag of potato chips, you see all those ingredients. I make my potato chips at home. Ingredients: potato, oil, canola oil, a little bit, what else, paprika, garlic powder, a tiny bit of sea salt. That's it. That's all I put in my potato chips when I make them at home. So, and I'm trying to do more cooking at home and eating at home, because it's not processed and I know exactly what's going in it, and it just concerns me. And then I also have the proof in, you know, how I feel so this is a story I tell everyone. When I go to Ghana, I eat everything as much as I can, because it's so good. And every time I go and I eat all that food, do you know, I always lose weight. And at first I was like, maybe it's because I'm walking so much. And when I go, I stay at least 2 weeks. Last time I was there 3 weeks. And I am walking and eating everything. Then I'm sweating and stuff too. But every single time I get on that airplane to come back here, and I eat the plain food, and I eat when I get home something that is processed or from a restaurant or a fast food place, I immediately get sick. Like sick to where my stomach can't handle it, and I get inflamed. My body is inflamed. I start getting sore, my joints, I'm swelling up. And so I was like, well, everything I eat over there is really organic, is natural. They use the herbs, seasonings from the earth. The fish is fresh out the ocean. All the vegetables, the fruit, and they use a lot of peppers, garlic, onion, ginger, tomatoes, all of that. And every time, my skin is so pretty. My face is not puffy. I don't have the inflammation. I'm not sore. My joints aren't, bothering me. And it's like, wow. That's a difference what you put in your body. And so I've just started doing that, at home. And at first, it was kind of boring because I was just eating the same thing every day. But then I started getting creative with it. And it's like, I could do whatever I want. And I eventually want to use this channel to show you some of my recipes, because I know how to make a lot of plant-based recipes, but I also know how to make things healthier. I know the different types of sugars you can use to that's healthier than regular white sugar. And so I want to do that, but right now my space is not big enough, and it would be a hot mess. But good watching for you to see me in my little tiny kitchen messing up everything. Maybe I will do that, but that's something I am going to do. But yeah, once I started doing it and started, having fun with the recipes and just taking the limits off of myself and, doing what I like, what tastes good to me, it's really so many things you can do. And it actually tastes good. But the thing is, it takes time also. And I like to do it, but I don't like the cleaning up part. I don't like to cook, then clean. I don't like it. I'm going to do one or the other. I can't do both. I'm doing good just doing the cooking. So I got to cook and clean. And then if it's a recipe that has a lot going on, do y'all know how much work it is? I guess it's fun for people who like to cook. I don't like to cook to that extent to where I'm having fun and I'm gonna clean too. Ooh, I'm having a good time cooking and cleaning. No. I cook because I need to live and eat. And I cook because I want to make it healthy. And I know if I'm in control of the ingredients, I know what I'm putting into my system, what I'm putting into my body. And so that's why I do it. And then I like the creative process of it, but actually, the waiting, the preparation, and cleaning up afterwards, no, not so much. I don't think I like it like that. But it ends up being good. So normally what happens is if I do a lot of cooking, I usually won't eat it that day, especially if I go ahead and clean. Now, the only way I will eat it that day is if I leave the cleaning until another day. But I'm not cooking, cleaning, and eating all at one time. Either I'm going to cook and eat, or I'm going to cook and clean and eat another time. It just takes, by the time I do all this, like, I don't even want the food because it's a lot of work. But yeah, so I decided to do all of that, but it was boring making the food. But then once I started to really get an understanding of the different types of ingredients and ways I can substitute healthier versions or whatever, I like it. And the food is good. It's just finding the things you like that you can do quickly that is good. But really, eating healthy is a lot of repetitiveness. So right now, since I don't really have a lot of time, I eat a lot of oatmeal. And I put my protein powder in the oatmeal. And if I have time, I'll cut up some apples, put a few nuts in there, slices of almonds or walnuts, do raisins, apples. Then I'll put in cinnamon, ginger, cloves, and cardamom. And I'll boil the water overnight. And then I add chia seeds. And then I'll cover it overnight. And then I'll wait until I'm about to go out and take it with me. And then I add the protein powder. And It's just a third a cup of oatmeal, and I love it because it's healthy. It keeps me regular. It's quick and easy, and I get full off of it. And it's really delicious. And I'll eat that, and I'll take an apple or two, because I eat about 3 or 4 apples all day, every day. That's my go-to snack, apples. And then I also like the bananas. I use that to make my ice cream. I'll put a little cinnamon or cocoa powder, blend that up, frozen bananas with a little bit of whatever milk I have, usually almond milk, and that's my ice cream. And so I try to eliminate sugar. If it's not coming from a fruit, then I don't eat the sugar. But tonight I'm gonna eat sugar because I brought the cookies. My friend is making brownies, and today, you know, just have it in moderation. And this is I probably won't eat anything like this again until well, I'm going to Nashville, so it's my aunt's birthday, so I'm gonna eat some birthday cake there. But in between there, during the week and all that, no, because what they say is easy to gain the weight, it's hard to get it off. So I'm walking, I'm hiking, I'm at the gym, running, lifting weights. And what has been a game changer for me, where it feels like the pounds have just started to melt off, is strength training, lifting weights. Y'all, I always lift weights, but I didn't do the progressive overload. And so I was looking at reels on TikTok and Facebook, and people were saying, you know, do a progressive overload, increase your weights gradually. And so I was going in there lifting the same 20 and 30 pounds all the time. So I was like, you know what, let me take it up a notch. Do y'all know when I took it up about 5 pounds, then as the weeks go, I think every 2 weeks I'll add another 5 pounds. But when I started adding that weight, it was like I would wake up feeling like I was like 10 pounds smaller. And then it increased my metabolism. So I haven't been able to work out like I want to. I've been so busy. But just lifting weights, it carries over and it keeps my metabolism burning even when I haven't had time. And I was like, if I had known this, I would have been lifting heavier weights, because I thought I couldn't do it. And then I also thought that it would make me bulky. Like, I didn't want to be like a bodybuilder, but it doesn't. It actually really just increases your metabolism really, really, really quickly. Like, it sped my metabolism up so fast. And so now I have to not try to do it so much, because it's like I don't want to get too thin. But it's a game changer, ladies. If you want to slim down, do some start lifting heavier weights. Gradually increase the weights. It works. Take it from me. It works. It works wonders. So that's what I've been doing. And I was trying to work mostly on my upper body, because I'm really kind of bottom heavy, and I like that. I like it. I like being bigger in my thighs and stuff. I finally got my legs to look the way I want them to look, because I always thought my legs were way, way too big, and they're still bigger than the average person, but that's just genetics. They're gonna be a little on the thicker side, but I like them now. And so now I focus on upper body. So my chest, my back, shoulders, arm. And I had did it so much, people were seeing my collarbone. It's like, you look so sickly, what are you doing? And I'm like, was my head bobbling? Do my head look big? But then when they would see the rest of me, they were like, oh, okay. And that's how I've always been that way. Even when I was younger, you see pictures of me, my collarbone, but I was waist down, thicker. So that's just how God proportioned me, which is nothing wrong with it. It serves its purpose. Yes, 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 yes. But thank you all for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Be sure to come back, because I'm gonna go live while I get ready for church, and I want you all to experience that as well. You all take care, stay safe, and God bless.